What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the second devblog for my life sim game. I got so much done this week and I'm so excited to share everything, so let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I worked on this week was actually weather systems, and I got two effects kind of done, which is rain and snow. I'm still working on things like storms and wind and whatnot, but let me go ahead and show you the rain. I'll put this key here, and so there it is. So the rain comes down, and it's hard to see, but it actually makes little puddles when the rain hits the ground. So I went ahead and turned it off, and that takes a few seconds because the rain will start fading away and the sound effect will go away too. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And of course, I still need to add things like puddles, and things need to get wet and all of that stuff. Next we have snow. And the snow is pretty cool because it will hit the ground and create, it will start accumulating. So both of these are done with particle effects, and I'm still just kind of tinkering around and playing around with it. So let's go ahead and turn the snow off. And you saw the snow last week. It actually will turn the whole screen white. And so I still need to tinker around with it, like I said, where the snow actually should only melt when the temperature is above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. But right now it will just melt no matter what the temperature is, which brings me to the next thing that I added, which is a climate. So if you can see on the bottom right where my mouse cursor is, there's this thing called temp, which is obviously temperature. It's 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, there's an option to change that to Celsius. But yeah, so the temperature actually changes basically every single day. The game, depending on what month it is, every day it will set a high and a low temperature, and throughout the day the game will basically change that temperature over time to high and then low, kind of like real life temperature. I mean, I don't know how to really explain it other than the temperature changes throughout the day. So yeah, and then there's a rare chance every day when it's making these calculations that you might hit extreme weather. So you might hit like really freezing temperature. So you see it just changed from 63 to 61. So there's that rare chance for like an extreme, like a, later there'll be like storms or rain or snow or really cold or like really hot. And, of course those things are rare. So you can see it's now 58 degrees, so it's kind of lowering as the time is going down. It's like 7 p.m. So yeah, I worked on the climate, and then I also worked on seasons. So you can see that there's this little season text thing here. And yeah, so the seasons will change throughout the days and throughout the months. So what's cool about that is what also changes is the temperatures, the climate, and the ground will begin to change. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the Alt key, which for now just changes the day. So you can see it's March 2nd, March 3rd. I'm just gonna keep clicking that, and you're gonna watch over time the ground begin to change. Now look at this little green thing right here where my mouse cursor is. That's actually a plant that throughout the days, which this will occur over time in the game. Obviously days don't go by this fast when the game's released, but you're gonna see this flower begin to spring up and then die throughout the days and the seasons. So we're gonna go ahead and keep clicking this button. Now you can see the ground got a little bit greener because we were going into summer. And we're in July. I think in August it's gonna begin to change because we're going to go into autumn or fall. So you can see the flowers starting to die. And now we're going into the winter. I know it's a really ugly tile set. That white is terrible, but I'll fix that later. And now we're going into spring. And then the flower that died is going to regrow the next year, just like it is now. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, I achieved that effect with shaders. I'm actually making whole layers transparent. And GML does not have an ability to do that on its own, so you can't set the alpha of an entire layer. You have to use shaders for that. So I made a little shader. It's actually one of the easiest shaders to make. I made one to change the alpha of an entire ground. So every season, the alpha of the ground for that season just kind of fades out. So yeah, we have layer transparency, we have seasons, and the last thing I guess I'll show you guys is something I worked really hard on. I probably put about 12 hours on this week. So what it is room detection. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a wall here, and basically the game can now detect enclosed spaces, so it can tell the difference between inside and outside, which is huge. So let's go ahead and make a room, and so you can see this thing called area. So it can tell that my mouse cursor is outside, it can tell when I'm over a wall, and it can tell when I'm hovering my mouse inside of a room. So this is room 199. That's the unique ID assigned to this room. I can change the name of this room. Let's name it like kitchen. So there we go. Now my mouse is hovering over the area kitchen. And what else is cool is I can change the temperature of each room. So you can see the temperature when my mouse is over the kitchen is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. When I move it out of the room, it's 56 outside, so it's a little bit colder in the room. And what that allows me to do is basically add air conditioning and heating, which is what I'm probably going to be working on throughout next week. The ability to allow the player to change the temperature of the room. Of course, then after that, I need to make it to where the player reacts to different temperatures. But yeah, this system is pretty sweet. I can go ahead and add a ground or some carpet or whatever. And we can have a lot of rooms. So I can add another room here. I can add a room here. And yeah, it will detect. So here's the kitchen. Here's room 417. We can name this our living room. And then this can be our bathroom, I guess. So yeah, we have these different rooms. And if we open up a wall, of course, it will now detect that this is outside. And we can put that wall back and it will turn it into a room again. It does take a second. So we can also merge our rooms. So we're gonna merge the bathroom and the kitchen. And now I got an error. So that's great. I know why I got that error. It's because of the temperature thing. But anyway, great. That's a great way to end a Devblog. So anyway, I made a whole video about the room detection in a previous video, so you can go check that out. By the way, all this stuff is on Marketplace, from the weather patterns that I made to the room detection. That's all on Marketplace, and even the ground layer transparency. You can check out the link in the description of this video if you would like to purchase one of those. All of the money I make on Marketplace goes towards the development of this game. Also, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, you can do that. There are different tiers, and if you support me $10 a month, you get everything that's on my Marketplace for free. There's like multiplayer online examples. A lot of the stuff you see in this game is on the Marketplace, so go ahead and check that out. I want to give a big thanks to everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you're not already, twitter.com/Wizardy, and of course you can read all of this and more on Wizardy.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next video.